What's up, Smitley here, Smitley.com for the training log video with commentary week 10 recap for the APF bench only meet. Most of the heavy big stuff is done at this point, at least in terms of shirt work. I got one more day in the shirt where I'm pretty much going to take my opener, and that's about it. So I'm using the safety squat bar, still hitting sets of 10, up to this 335. Wasn't too happy with some of the reps. Some of them were a little close. Probably one or two were a little high, and then some that were actually pretty good. Need to get a little more consistent with that. I'm not really sure if it's just the fact that I've been using this bar a lot. Still trying to protect that back as I get heavier, and trying to do the minimal amount I can that's going to be legal for a meet. But I'm going to worry a little bit more about that once I get to a straight bar. Not too concerned about it with the safety squat bar, at least at this point in time. Especially right now with the bench only me, it's not that big. I still like to hold myself to a high quality standard of training, so like I said, I'm not happy with it, but it's hindsight, can't do anything with it right now. Some more pause squats afterwards as well. I know it's probably getting kind of redundant, but it's what's happening and what I need to have happen, at least for the current time being. Looking at the pause squats, the only thing I'm not happy about, looks like my knees are shooting forward much more than I would like. I'm not sure if, I think some of this has to just do with the fact that I'm trying to protect that low back, and I'm trying to keep everything really upright, and the safety squat bar gives me that artificial high bar position, which I actually don't normally squat with. I'm used to squatting with the low bar position and a little more forward lean, so we'll just take it for the week, I guess. Max effort upper, this is my last really heavy raw day of training, going with some reverse average bands, the competition bar, up to this 375 for 3, which is a PR. Really happy with this. That third one definitely was a little sticky, but Eric did a great job of making me work for it and still being a good spotter. Then took 385 for a good pause single, and then jumped up to 400 for another single that wasn't really paused, but it was not a bad single. It moved better than I thought it would. So the point behind that is just trying to keep some weight in my hands, but also can try to continue to develop that lockout in the tricep strength. Kept the bands on. I went with some two-board work for my supplemental stuff, just some sets of 5, up to this 375 for a pretty hard set. Wish I would have kept my elbows in just a hair bit more and stay a little bit tighter. I can tell I'm really starting to have some technical breakdowns, so it's kind of a good place to kind of call it for the day. And I was honestly just kind of worn out at this point. I actually ended up going low carb as well on that Friday, or I'm sorry, on that Saturday with the max effort lower. So I was still running on carbs then. For the weekend, this dynamic effort lower day, it started to kind of kick in a bit more, at least in terms of. I'm sorry, no, I didn't go low carb. Man, I'm losing track of time here. I will go low carb after this week, I'm sorry. So this is my last week of carbs into training. And then we'll begin to try to really get the weight down. My weight's been in a pretty good spot right now. I'm pretty happy with it. It's pretty consistently about 145, which is usually about where I sit in the off season. I did end up getting a little bit bigger around January, February, up to the 150 range every now and then, but I was just eating really loose and not monitoring my nutrition all that much. I'm just trying to train, rehab, and try to stay healthy. No one's gonna be on the platform or anything, just not let my body get too out of shape. But since I started reining things in for the meet, my body weight dropped back down to 145 pretty quick. That's kind of where I sit at naturally. So, but this is dynamic work, just run with the camber bar and some chains. For the last speed wave before the meet, just trying to have things on maintenance mode. I'm still pretty happy with how things felt and how things are moving. The meet couldn't really have came at a better time, because after the meet I will be in Florida for about almost 5 or 6 day vacation with a girlfriend. Then that weekend after that I'm going to be in Cincinnati for my best friend's bachelor party, and he was one of my roommates at Purdue. And then the weekend after that's his actual wedding, which is in Kansas City. And I haven't seen him in, man, over a year, I think. He's in the Air Force and has been overseas in Korea, so it's not only good to see him, but celebrate his day with his lady and see a bunch of good friends, and it's gonna be a good time. So pretty much I'm doing a lot of traveling this couple weeks. So after this meet, my training's gonna take a back seat. For about 3 or 4 weeks. It's a pretty good timing considering it's after a meet. Let some things heal up and try to jump into a training cycle when I get back. After about a couple of weeks of hypertrophy work that I'm gonna be doing on the road, whatever. Jump back in some real good barbell work and see if I can try to put together some stuff for a meet, but we'll have to see what happens with all the life stuff that I've got going on. Dynamic effort work, new speed bench wave, running with chains, so the weight's back down to 130 or whatever. Pretty happy with my speed. I think I've really dialed things in. I've felt really quick the past couple weeks, even on my heavy days. I feel that speed has not been my issue whatsoever. If I have any issues at the meet day, it's definitely going to be grinding, not my bar speed. So it's just a matter of getting used to those heavy loads. My close grip even got a new 10 rep PR against the 2 chains here of 215. So I think my close grip bench press is probably in the low 3s. I think I've hit 300 once, but 215 against the chains for 10 is definitely going to equate out to a 300-pound press with the close grips, without a doubt. And then 2 down sets of 12 at 195 with competition grip destruction volume. Next week, this stuff's going to kind of fall off. We're going to see accessory work drop off quite a bit. And then I've also got some shirt work that I got to get done on Sunday. But that's some low carb stuff. So we're really hitting the home stretch here. One more real training week, and then kind of like a iffy blood flow week to keep things moving around and stay fresh, and hopefully make weight and hit the platform soon. So that's all I've got for this training log. Got any questions or anything, leave them in the comment section below. But otherwise, you can keep up with all my training articles, all that kind of stuff over at elitefts.com.